Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. This is Earth Angel 111. I'm going to go ahead and get into a reading. This is going to be for Divine Feminine, what to expect for 2022. Not sure what's going to come up, to be honest. We're just going to kind of read the cards and see. So it's going to be like a collective reading. So before I start, hopefully this sounds good. Please let me know. I was like organizing today and I found these cards not put with the rest of my cards. They'd like fallen off my night table. So I decided it was really weird because it's only 3 there. So we've got the Tower card and the Student card. So basically the Tower card signifies endings, transformations, new beginnings. And then the Student card means that you're working towards like learning something. So what I'm feeling off the bat before I hop into it for 2022 is that you are essentially going to be tackling something new. And this is, first of all, maybe before the end of the year or at the beginning of 2022, you're going to experience a few tower moments. But this will inevitably be for the better once you go through these tower moments. So I'm not sure if it's going to be positive or negative. We'll just like hop into the cards and kind of see. But yeah, so there was a few cards out. So I actually haven't looked at them at all. I only used this one to put out as students. So we're just going to put them out. Thanks so much for tuning in. Yeah, see, look, they're upside down. Okay. And then we'll shuffle the cards and get into it. Hope everyone had a good Christmas yesterday if you celebrate. And if not, hope you're having a good day. There's quite a few, so. All right. Wow, that's a lot. Okay. So. Which is funny, too, because I didn't see my Midas Miser card for a while. And I guess it was because 222 on the clock, it had fallen. So students, we've got Engineer, Beggar, Virgin, Midas, Avenger, Samaritan, Athlete, Seeker, and Vampire. Okay, so looking off this right off the hop, what I'm feeling like is that you were dealing with someone who was really draining in the past. Someone who was trying to stop everything you were currently going through. You were on different endeavors, whether it was just trying to be a good person, trying to think outside of the box with the Engineer card, trying to really invent something new and make it your own. And then you had like an Avenger and a Vampire basically, so that could have been a group of people or just one person that was kind of coming in the way of that. And basically what it means though with Virgin there is like you had a pure-hearted intention going on the whole time as all this has been happening. So I really feel like what it's going on with Seeker too is like you're looking for answers. You just want justice for the situation. Maybe you're really looking for things to come to an end regarding whatever's been going on. Teacher, Mystic, and Trickster. So you could serve as a teacher to your twin flame or someone around you at this moment in time. Your healing abilities and the way that you view life, people actually see that a lot differently. So I feel like no matter what you're going through in this current moment in time, you're actually the one that's meant to teach these people that that's not how it's supposed to be. If that makes sense. Yeah, Mediator. Wow. So next card out is the Mediator. So you're essentially like the person that's the middle ground, that's the teacher that's going to show people that there's more to life than the way that they maybe act. Maybe they see things as one way only. That's so funny. Next card out, we have the Bully card. So yeah, these people could have been low vibrational. They could have been honestly giving you a hard time. They could have really just been kind of aggressive in their pursuit of their own, whatever it was, endeavors, passions, and they were kind of ruthless when it came to others, and that could have involved hurting you. Gossip. Yeah, so could have been to do with someone's trying to slander your name, talk badly about you, make you look like someone you weren't. And then in reality, what it was they were just like kind of, if anything, what do they say? Sometimes when you talk badly about someone, it's like a self-reflection. As much as people don't realize, it's like if someone could go out of their way to speak negatively about you, then what should they really be reflecting on the inside? I hope you're catching my drift with that one. You know what I mean? It's like directly a reflection, pardon me, of what you're putting out into the universe, what you're going to get back. So queen. So you've been a queen, male or female. This is for divine feminine though. So basically you've been standing in your power and you've been being true and authentic to you regardless of whatever's been going on. And so for 2022, you're going to remain in this sort of state. And honestly, it's good because that means whatever you're passionate about or pursuing, you're going to go into it with like a royalness. You're going to be set apart from the rest. You're going to stand out and you're going to own whatever it is that you're doing. So that's a really great sign from spirit to like go ahead and jump into new pursuits and to really give it your best go. So we'll pull a couple more of these and then I'm going to actually switch it up since we got a few viewers. I would like to do some mystery messages just to see what kind of story we can tell, what signs we have. Yeah, so that's crazy. So I just shuffled too. As I was saying, whatever you're working on, you're going to be an inventor of some sorts, of making it different, of making it your own. With the Pioneer card out here, the light attribute is passion for doing and creating what has not been done before. So like that's totally just confirmation from spirit there. Shadow attribute, compulsive need to keep moving on. So maybe it's just saying too, if you're jumping into projects and then you're finding too quickly things aren't working out, don't be so hesitant or quick to jump on something new. Spirit's saying you have to put in the work. You have to start from ground zero and you have to know that the further you keep going, the further things will get better and further along, right? Hope everyone's doing good. Thank you so much for tuning in, all my earth angels. So, okay, there's one of my light attributes. So this is a blank card. So for me, I feel like this is doubling up on this one. So you're really living in a fair and just aspect of life right now. You're really trying to be kind to those around you. You're really trying to make sure whatever happens in the situation that you didn't act out of your shadow side. So I wonder if this is to do with love. Maybe you could have even someone from the past that's been trying to mess up what you're working on right now. With Vampire, Seeker, thirst for wisdom and truth wherever they are. Inability to commit to a path once found. Okay, so we didn't even talk about this card. So that totally just backs up what we were saying about the Judge card there. Just making sure if you're getting into something new, a new project, Spirit's saying, give it the time it needs to really develop. You know, nothing happens overnight. And Spirit knows you have the ability to put in the hard work and the drive behind it. So they're definitely backing up whatever you've been working on. Maybe it could seem like it's not going anywhere to start. Maybe you're struggling a bit with finding your niche or your group of people that really vibe with the project you're putting out there, whether it's a creative project or say you're building like a TikTok, or say you're a musician, or say you are even a life coach. You're just finding you're not finding the clientele or the people that truly respect what you do yet. But Spirit's saying that doesn't mean you're not amazing at what you're doing. So just keep going, keep moving forward. Thank you everyone in the chat. Thanks for the support. So we're gonna hop into some messages and then cards. How was everyone's Christmas? If you guys celebrate, everyone have a nice holiday. I hope so. But yeah, there's going to be a lot of big changes, basically, is what I'm feeling like off the hop from Spirit for 2022. No matter what you're going through with that Tower moment, it could be good for some and it could be bad for some. But remember, change is inevitable and the end of cycles brings in better things. So let's hop into this. I made sure these are better because last time you couldn't see them. Oh, wow. So this one's like unfolded right off the hop. So we're going to do this first. So you've got pray more. So divine saying really right now is the time to reach out, to be strong in your affirmations, your beliefs of what you want, and to go forward. Pay attention. So they could be asking you to pay attention to a situation that's been going on around you. What we were picking up before is to do with the energy vampire. Maybe they're just saying if you literally are trying to pursue, say it's a twin flame or a relationship or a connection or even a friendship that's like overly draining, Spirit's basically telling you it's time to walk away or to pay attention to what's going on. Is this beneficial for you? Does it have your best interest at heart? Try something new. So with this one, Spirit's saying now's a great time for you to like get into something new for 2022. Whether you've been just thinking about it and haven't put anything into action, or you've actually just started something. Next, we've got more to the story. Okay, so funny because I was like, we'll pull cards because there's obviously more to this. But yeah, so basically it could imply that you actually don't know fully what's going on behind the scenes. And Spirit's telling you to really pay attention right now. Vacation. Take one. So someone really needs to go on holiday. Now's the good time too, since it is the holidays. It's cold out. Ooh, got a Leo. So you could be a Leo or you could be dealing with someone who's a Leo. The only sign out so far. Thanks so much, everyone tuned in. Spend more time with family is the last one here. So Spirit's telling you maybe you've been neglecting what's going on, or just maybe during the holidays you've been so busy, but it's saying if you can to try and really get together with your family. So that's a really special message. Okay. I just love doing the spirit messages. Hope everyone's enjoying the reading so far. Now we'll get into the juicy shit. Alright, so Tower card out first. We also got Hell Yeah. So whoever you are, you're sitting in your Empress energy. You are ready to take on 2022. So just know when this Tower happens, it could be positive Tower for you. It could be something that's been going on for so long. You thought you'd never see the end of this situation. And Spirit's saying when this Tower moment happens, you're going to be feeling like an Empress. You're going to be truly in your power, excited to move forward with whatever's going on. We also have the Six of Swords. So it means you're literally cutting out the bullshit that people have been putting you through. And 2022, you are going to do it for yourself. You know, you're going to really live life for you. And honestly, that's a way to be. If you find you've had given out more love than you've received, really Spirit's saying like next year's the year to focus on you, getting yourself together and like what your next dreams and goals are. They're saying to go for it. And to take a vacation for someone, so. Okay, cool. Yeah, so Ace of Coins. Once you cut out these people, this situation, and you move forward, you can expect some sort of abundance. With coins, it usually means financial. Also with coins, we've got the fire energy. So again, that backs up with the Leo there. You could be a Aries, Leo, or Sag. And then we've got a Tower on the left there. So you could be a Scorpio, or you could be dealing with one. So really it could be implying you're cutting out a Scorpio or like a just shitty situation. And then once you do, you're going to really stand in your power. Thank you so much, everyone tuned in. Don't forget to like the video, show some support. Okay. So we've got Justice in reverse, and okay, so basically, whatever happened, it wasn't a fair situation to you. You totally got screwed over. This could have been an opportunity that you were presented in the past, maybe a financial opportunity, and someone had come in the way with the gossip and the vampire we were seeing before. But whatever happened, it's about to like finally be over with. Once this Tower moment comes in, you're going to receive some clarity, and the justice will be done for you because you were done wrong in this situation. So that's why it's in reverse. I feel like the person you're dealing with expects like that they're going to get justice. So like, for example, maybe you walked away from a job situation or a relationship or a friendship, and either or, and they feel like they were done wrong, whoever it was. But what it's saying is they feel like they're going to get the justice out of it, and in turn, you're going to get the justice. Yeah, so the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. They were trying to stop your growth. That's crazy because I had a channel message earlier about that. But with Wheel of Fortune in reverse, they were trying to stop the wheel from spinning. They wanted it to be that they remained on top and that things didn't fluctuate into you. So that you weren't receiving anything of your abundance that you were actually supposed to be receiving. So Spirit's putting an end to this for 2022. It looks like big changes. A lot of reversals. Yeah. So Lovers in reverse at the end here, you could have been dealing with the Gemini, but basically what I'm getting is with the Tower, the Lovers, and everything in between, it was a love situation for most of you, or for at least a group of you. Someone did you wrong. Someone did you totally dirty. Whether they cheated on you, just lied to you, or straight up just like never committed. This person maybe promised like the moon and the stars, but in reality, like everything they came in with was backwards. It's like they would promise you one thing, and if it makes sense, like do the total opposite. That's what I'm getting off of that. With all this here, there's a lot of fire energy, air, and water. So you could be one of those signs. But again, I always say like signs aren't specific. It's more just like the message you're getting out of it. Oh, this one almost flipped out. The Devil in reverse. So yeah, this person was trying to keep you stuck and bound in an unhealthy, toxic situation. And for 2022, because the like second card out is Empress, you're going to stand in your power. No matter what, like this person trying to keep you blocked and stuck, it's just going to override it. Also with the Devil card, you could be dealing with a Capricorn. So it could have been a Capricorn trying to stop your growth here, or you could be a Capricorn. But regardless, it looks like you're going to overcome all these difficulties, all these people or relationships, and just move forward. Yeah, so this person that you were dealing with was a faulty magician. Essentially, they thought that they like had control or power over you. So what they were trying to do was basically make your situation, like make your life how they wanted it to be. But like Divine stepped in and is stepping in is like, hey, that's not how life works. It's basically like this person had somewhat of like a complex that they owned you, which is like horrible. So like maybe this person was controlling. Okay. As I'm shuffling, we have the Death card and we have the Eight of Wands. So this person was really passionate, but whatever they brought to you was really toxic. It was bringing endings to you. So like behind your back, they could have honestly been the reason for endings in your life. If that makes sense. Like say for example, you possibly lost friendships, or like a job didn't work out or something. Like they were actually the reason behind it, which you might know or you're just finding out. And like I feel like Spirit's gonna connect some of the dots for you, that you're going to figure out exactly who this person was that did this. Yeah. Okay. So Queen of Wands in reverse. Six of Coins. They were trying to block your money. They were trying to block you from moving forward. Basically, this person just didn't want to see you in your Empress-like energy, which it's like if they took a minute to realize once they stepped down from bothering you, they could step into their own Empress or Emperor-like energy. But instead, this person was too unraveled in whatever you're trying to complete, or say you walked away from them. They're just like not letting go of that easily. Anyway. Okay. Queen of Swords. Seven of Swords in reverse. And then we got Queen of Cups. Okay, so basically with all this, what I'm feeling is like you've had enough with the Queen of Swords. Whatever situation's going on at the start or in 2022, you're going to stand strong. You're not going to take no one's BS anymore. You're going to put an end to it. And basically, that's going to bring in multiple offers for you. That's going to make you super successful. And then that's going to make you look like you're sitting pretty, which you've always been if you're Divine Feminine. But it's really honestly going to bring about positive changes, and like whatever was going on, I feel like this situation's finally going to come to an end in 2022 and you're going to have some sort of peace. Yeah, so Hangman, you've been feeling so stuck. Maybe like you've cut the cords, you've walked away from this person. Okay, wow, Chariot at the bottom. So yeah, you've walked away from this person and basically they were trying to keep you stuck in a situation that you no longer wanted to be in. There's a lot of Pisces energy here. We've got Hangman and the Moon, both Pisces. Chariot's Cancer, I believe. So a lot of water energy. So this is probably a water sign or you're a water sign that was trying to keep you stuck. And with the Moon here, it means there was a lot of secrets, a lot of stuff that you didn't actually know. Yeah, and when you found out, it was like ultimate betrayal with the Ten of Swords here. You were just honestly over it and like maybe in disbelief that this person did you this way. Yeah, the Fool. So you literally just felt like a fool after everything that went down. Like you just felt like so betrayed. So this definitely feels like it could be a love situation. Definitely was someone close to you, whoever it was. And if it wasn't a love situation. And basically, though, what you need to realize from Spirit is, like, when someone doesn't work out for you or they put you through these toxic cycles and you walk away, Spirit says you've won because you not only are doing the work, you're realizing that sometimes you can't keep yourself stuck because you love someone more than they reciprocate or appreciate you. To be honest, I mean, everyone deserves fair respect, and just with all the energies out right now, 10 viewers, 10 likes. Thanks everyone tuned in. 10 also signifies endings. Look up the angel number if you need confirmation. But yeah, that's funny because the first card out was the Tower card. So big changes, big endings, but that's going to bring about new beginnings. So like I said, you recently could have been feeling like a fool. Maybe you figured out a lot of this person's BS, all the betrayal, all the lies they were putting you through, maybe third-party situations. Maybe they were just like a self-gain person. They could have been throwing flying monkeys at you. This person could be a narcissist. Really, they could be someone who doesn't really care and show empathy the way that you do in situations. So as much as you may feel like a fool or you feel like they made you out to look like a fool, remember, a fool is someone who leads with their heart, who is fearless, and ultimately who isn't afraid of change and a new beginning. So in my eyes, I mean, that's the winner in this situation, not the person who tried to make you look like a fool. So just remember that. Divine Femmes, stay strong in that power. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Okay, so let's get a few more cards. But yeah, so far, we say signs are kind of like here nor there, but we've got a lot of fire, water, and a few air signs. At the bottom of the deck, we've got the Strength cards. So we had Leo pull out here. Here's another Leo card. So major Leo confirmation. I feel like you're definitely a Leo, but you're standing strong in your power. Whoever you are, you're just like, I'm not taking this anymore. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, can't get fooled again. And you're saying, like, I am not going to be that person for you. So, I mean, that's something you should be proud of yourself for. Ultimately, look, bottom of the deck, we've got the Nine of Cups. So that's going to bring in some sort of super wish fulfillment for you with having that attitude. Wow. Okay, so this one was actually flipped. 9 and 10 of Cups. So basically, Spirit is confirming for 2022, when you walk away from this, maybe this has been an ongoing situation. You're going to not only get your 9 of Cups, which is like wish fulfillment, desires, abundance. You're going to get the 10 of Cups. So you're going to get the ultimate package here. Anything you could have ever thought you wanted and more. Like, Spirit is going to shock you with what they're going to bring to you. You're going to be like, oh, okay, Spirit. Oh, okay, my light just literally flickered as confirmation. That's crazy. So it's going to be like, basically, Divine's going to really show you by having faith, by trusting your intuition, and by moving on the path forward. He's going to surprise you and show you not only that you will receive some of the blessings you're looking for, but you're going to receive blessings that you never would even thought would have been something that would have been amazing for you. And he's going to surprise you and show you that that's something you can have too. So that's a really beautiful message. Let's keep going. Yeah, Temperance. So Sagittarius, you could be one or dealing with one. But overall, we had just 2 before. You're just looking for fairness in the situation. You want things to balance out. You're sick of showing your strong hand, especially if you are a divine feminine. We don't always want to be in our like semi-divine masculine strength. You know, you want to be soft and feminine and standing in your empress power. And how can you do that when you constantly feel like you have your back up against the wall? So this is confirmation from Spirit, just saying that keep moving. Wow, star card. Keep moving the way you are. Look at this, bottom of the deck. This is like actually such a beautiful message. Your emperor's coming. Someone who's going to match you and not play games and is going to level up with you and want to grow like a stable, happy home and family. You're going to have that together automatically. So Spirit's saying with the Chariot here, once you get out of this situation, you won't have to show so much strength. You'll be able to soften up a bit. You'll be able to be fair still in the situation. And ultimately, you're going to come out a star. You're going to come out on top, shining for everything you've been through, for how humble you've remained, how positive and how strong you've remained. So that's a beautiful message. And getting your own emperor, like that's awesome. That just means someone who will actually match you and put in the work. Unlike this little wand energy men's that keep coming in and just offering false starts. It's like maybe you could be dealing with someone that offered you like a really good promise, but then it's like, okay, so maybe they were like, yeah, let's move in together. And then it's like a year goes by and you're like, okay, so we ready to like take the next step? And they're like, oh yeah, but I just got to save up a little more. Or like same with an engagement. Maybe you were looking for that. And like maybe they just keep putting it off, or, you know, but really in reality, it's because they're just being selfish. I mean, it could even be a job. Maybe you're like, hey, I want a raise. And no one's acknowledged your hard work or your dedication or the fact that you deserve the raise. 4 cups in reverse, 4 wands in reverse. Yeah, so you're just feeling totally like no matter what you were doing in the situation, people weren't seeing you for who you were and what you were trying to put out there, the hard work you were doing, the good person you were being, and how strong you were standing in whatever situation you faced. People were literally just like ignoring it. 5 swords. So you felt like it was just getting worse. Yeah, Knight of Swords in reverse. You literally felt like it was getting worse. So with all these wands coming up next, 2 of Cups, it looks like you finally just stopped caring. Once you realized that Spirit wanted you to stop giving energy to those people and situations you can't change, right? Because it's like, at the end of the day, you can only be responsible for yourself. So if you know this situation was draining you and was toxic, once you walked away and started investing in yourself, that's when you're going to receive your 2 of Cups, your Emperor, abundance, actually things that you're looking for. Yeah. The Sun at the bottom. The Sun's like ultimate happiness. This is also another Leo card. So we have Leo 3 times. So you definitely could be dealing with a Leo or are a Leo watching this. If there's any Leos in the house, definitely leave it in the chats. I would love to know. And then we've got next, 10 of Coins, literally. So look. 2 of Cups, 10 of Coins. Everything good will be coming in for you once you walk away from this situation. I just feel like maybe this person, like, maybe they were really good with their words, a smooth talker. Maybe they know you so well that they just knew what to say. If that makes sense. Yeah, so we'll see that Tower card one more time at the bottom. Just inevitably trying to cause towers, but you are such a strong, beautiful person, whoever's watching this, the Spirit says you really overcame those towers with grace. And ultimately, you're really showing and shocking the people around you. Maybe you've really changed recently. Could have changed everything you stood for. Maybe you recently became spiritual. Vacation more. So where would anyone go if you guys were to go on vacation right now? I know parts of the world I feel like are locked down. Yeah, the world's in reverse. High Priestess. Okay, so that's awesome. With this, basically, you saw through this person's BS. It took some time, it looks like. Sorry, I have a card that just fell. Yeah, look at that. So that fell on the ground. We had that earlier. So you could be actually celibate right now with this Virgin card too. You could be refraining from just like hooking up with just anyone or giving your heart out just to anyone right now because you're really trying to work on yourself and make sure it's the right person after what you went through. With the World in reverse and the High Priestess, it's basically saying you knew that whatever was being offered to you, maybe it was a job offer or maybe it was a relationship. It was a false start. It wasn't exactly what they were offering. Could have been a faulty contract, faulty love situation. So we've got the Pope. So all you wanted was justice, fairness. You're very spiritual. You could actually maybe even know what's going on. Maybe Spirit gives you downloads like out of nowhere, let's say as an example. I don't know if anyone else has ever had this, but you could say you're like brushing your teeth or something and then all of a sudden, boom, like this pops up in your head out of nowhere. And then it just like makes sense with something in the past. Something like that could be happening to you where Spirit's actually sending you direct downloads just to give you a heads up. Thank you so much everyone tuned in. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Okay, yeah, so we've got a lot of good stuff coming in. Essentially, I feel like a lot of you were dealing with a third-party situation, though. I don't know if you were the person attached or if you were the third party. It could be a reading for either way. But basically what I'm feeling like is no matter who you are, Divine Feminine, you got tired of it. You know your worth. You know you're better than like being someone's side piece or being someone's second best option. And at this point, it really just looks like, especially even with the holidays, this could have been a cutoff recently, or this could be something that's coming up. But yeah, I feel like Spirit's literally saying and screaming at me to say this. If you've been getting the signs, gender fluid in here, but women's intuition, since it's Divine Feminine reading, never lies. You know? Have you ever had a situation and then you look back like a year later and you're like, I knew that was happening. And literally someone just convinced you otherwise? I feel like that could be what's going on here. Could have been a job maybe. Could have been like, yeah, we're going to give you a raise and this will be this. And then like a year later, you're still sitting in the same spot. Or like I said before, a relationship. Someone could have been like, yeah, let's... Even you could have been seeing someone, it looks like, even too, and they were just kept seeing you and didn't want to put a title on it, and you just got tired of it. Legit. Yeah, like, nice. Just like, okay, these are little half-ass offers that at the end of the day were just full of passion. With the coins here, too, they could have just been after your money. I'm not sure if you're someone that's successful, but you could have been dealing with someone that was very materialistic. Pull a few more messages. Thank you so much, everyone tuned in. I hope you guys are enjoying the reading. It's great to have you. I hope everyone had a good holiday yesterday. But yeah, a few days left in this year. So my biggest thing too is just like Spirit wants me to let you guys know. Spend the next couple days. Write down all your affirmations, your goals, your plans, and your vision for 2022. I know sometimes we tend to do, say, a couple year plan or an ultimate plan of where you want to end up. But Spirit's saying start with the little things during this time. Look at over the next year, what are some little steps that are going to help get you to the overall big picture that you're trying to achieve. So that's the big message that I was just kind of getting. Okay, well, first we got actor, actress. So if you are one of these things, this implies in a sense, right? Say you're getting little commercials or little casting calls and you're just like, okay, but I know I'm worthy of being on a Netflix show or in a movie. It's saying just keep going. Spirit's saying they're going to give you the tools necessary once you make those little steps, especially if they're out of your comfort zone. Spirit's saying then that's when they're going to provide what you need to get you in front of the people you need to be in front of. So don't give, and that's crazy. So that all ties into the message that we had earlier. It's like, whatever project you're starting, if it's starting small and it's hard and it's giving you a little bit of feeling like a doubt, like, is this meant for me? Should I keep pursuing it? What it's saying is like Spirit saying, absolutely, like, you might just not be in front of the right audience, or really you just haven't done enough little small things to grab attention yet. You know what I mean? Like, there's just something you have to keep going on, and Spirit's giving that confirmation that once you do, they'll put you in front of the right people that you need to be in front of for the opportunities that you're looking for that are ultimately going to change your life for the better. Okay, so we got a few more. Fan club. So that could have been to do with the haters alert. You could have a little fan club going. You could also be a part of a fan club. Never heard that message before, but that just came in for someone. You could have maybe a little group that you're associated with that's like a fan club of, say, a celebrity or something. Okay, this is nice. Show more compassion in a difficult situation. So Spirit's asking you right now if there's any situation that you've been overly frustrated with, feeling kind of confused as to why it's happening. Could be even that past relationship or past job situation. Spirit's asking you to put yourself in another perspective, as hard as it may be, and just to really look as to maybe why everything happened the way it did. Because I feel like Spirit's saying once you do that, you're going to have a better understanding of the situation. And think about it too. It's like not everybody has the ability to put themselves in the other person's shoe. So when you do that, you're very compassionate and understanding. And that's what Spirit wants you to be right now as you like strive forward on your path. Oh, that's awesome. Trust a new business idea. So literally all that we've been saying. So whatever you're starting out, if it's small, if it's moving slowly and you're kind of confused, Spirit's saying you got to keep going, because that's when everything's going to come in. Wow. What is this? Quadruple confirmation. I love this. Spirit, thank you so much for letting me receive these messages to give to you guys. So new job, start a new business, new job, saying go for it. Like, this is awesome. Okay. Wow. Surprise on the way. So yeah. So how Spirit was saying, it's like, if you keep going on this, say you're doing little things right now, you could even be an artist. Say you're getting small commissions, or you're not even getting commissions yet. You're just trying to put your artwork out there. Spirit's saying, think of ideas if you want to, say have your own gallery one day. Spirit's saying, think of ideas of how to get there. And I want everyone to relate this to like your own scenario. Pardon me. So say you were an artist. Way that you can start to get there, right, is to like go to other galleries and show your work. And at first they might say that they're not going to commission your work, but you can put your paintings up to show who you are. Spirit's confirming that, say like that, or like say you're going to get an artist feature if you're a musician, something little like that, but you're not going to get the full what you think you deserve for it. Spirit's saying, don't take too many of those opportunities. But remember, we all start from ground zero, so you have to take so many of those opportunities to receive the opportunities that you want. So I think that's a great message that, like, if you start small and you really put yourself out there and you dedicate yourself to whatever it is you're looking to achieve in the long run for your life or for 2022, whether it's a career path or a dream or an endeavor, or a relationship, but this really feels like new job, new career. And it could be something that maybe you've never done before, or you're totally like, then we've got Aries, so a lot of fire energy. So it could be something you've never done before, but Spirit's saying just go for it, hop into it, and trust small things lead to big things. So that's a really good message too. I hope everyone's enjoying. Now we'll get into the juicy stuff. I feel like you guys are like, okay, I just want to know if my divine masculine is coming back. So for anyone in separation right now, I'm going to do a little bit of a focus on that. And then I'll do twin flames that are together. I would love to know in the chats, though, are you guys separated from your twins? Are you guys currently together? What would you like me to do first? Ooh, well, we just had like, it's a lot, Spirit. I don't think I'm going to take all those, but I'll take these couple that are popping out. Okay, so I'm going to start with if you are separated from your twin. Sword energy again. So yeah, you could honestly ultimately be deciding to walk away from your twin. Looks like you know exactly what a twin flame connection is, and this other person hasn't seemed to get it together or to show you your worth or your value. So at this point, I feel like whoever I'm talking to, you know that your true Ace of Cups lies on the other side of all this conflict and drama. So it's crazy sometimes because it's like, as much as you can really love your person, that's a beautiful thing Spirit wants you to be aware of too, is like showing yourself the self-love. Not only if it's really your person, what do they say? Let something go, and if it comes back, it's truly yours. Well, not only will they come back if it truly is meant to be, because they'll see you're working on yourself and you aren't being codependent to their energy. But not only that, it's like, if it's not meant to be, by you putting the work in, you're ending the cycles and allowing for new change and growth to come in, which is like so beautiful. So with the Cups energy, we got more fire on the board. We've got, so if you were tuned in earlier, to those just tuned in now, we had the Wheel of Fortune in reverse earlier. So it was like whatever situation you were dealing with, they were trying to keep you stuck. They were trying to stop you from receiving your blessings. But for those in separation, what it's saying is, you know that all your blessings are waiting on the other side of walking away from this relationship. So ultimately, you have cut ties for most of you. If this isn't your message, and you've been in separation but missing your twin, what I could read it as, they've had a lot of people that have been giving them reasons as to why to walk away from you and stay away from you. But the conflict's going to come to an end because they do see you ultimately as their Ace of Cups, as their wish fulfillment. And they know that you two belong to be on the wheel together. And so they're trying to like stop all these people that have just been bringing like conflict, drama, maybe even lies to the situation. And I feel like they want to bring you in an offer. So let's shuffle it up here. But yeah, for those in separation, it's just basically like, how do I say this? You know that your other half of your heart lies with this person, but you also know that you still have half of your heart, and you're not going to lose your whole heart and everything you've worked so hard for, waiting and holding on and expecting this person to change. And I feel like that's the biggest lesson that came about for 2021. Whoever I'm talking to, or a group of you, was just that ultimately your life is meant to be lived for you. And your true person, your true divine counterpart, is meant to add to that and to help want to push you to make it better. Not to run away, to cause conflict, to put you in third-party situations, to make you doubt yourself, to make you doubt your true worth. That is not a relationship that you should be in. And sometimes twin flames can be karmic twin flames. Your person could be leading in their own karmic behavior because they're unawakened or unrealizing as to what they're doing, as to how they're treating others. Yeah, so all your coins lie on the other side of either walking away or the person you're dealing with walking away from all this conflict. So that's a really beautiful message, because if you are the person just standing back in your divine feminine energy, not paying no mind to your ex or to these people around the situation, they see that for truly what it is, and it just makes you hella sexy to them. They see that you're not taking any more BS, that you're walking away from that, you're cutting it off, and that you're standing in your strength and being true to you. And so, yeah, they ultimately want to come in right away with an offer, but I feel like what they have to offer you, they haven't resolved what other stuff they have going on. So it's like they're going to come in with a small offer, and I think they're just trying to figure out whether or not it's a good enough offer that you're going to take it before they come in. Because I know they know it's like, for divine feminines that cut off people or cut off your twin flame or walked away, they know if they bring you like a half-assed offer that you're not going to take it. And that they wasted their time, because they know that if they come back, I feel like for a lot of you, they only got one chance to come back in correct. And if they don't, then they know it's over. And for some of you, it is over. For some of you, it's like you've just walked away and you're keeping your sword up. And so now, because of that, this person's got their defense up too. So both of you are just like, nope. Yeah, a lot of sword energy. So with the 8 of Swords there too, you just want to live in your compassion. You want to be true to you. And I feel like you want to have a lot of compassion for the situation, because maybe you are the person that doesn't want to have the conflict. Maybe like this person has put you in third-party situations with other suitors. And maybe you're aware or weren't even aware of what was going on. And like possibly what was happening was they were putting you in unknown dramas and like people watching you and gang stalking you, or like say their exes watching you, or like their current partners, and you're like, hey, I haven't even been with that person in a year or 2-3 years for some of you, and it's like they're staring and watching everything you do. And some of you have even gotten off social media with all the swords. You're really just like keeping to yourself, not letting anyone know your next move. And it's because of the situations that your divine masculine put you in. So for some of you, I feel like this could have really awoken you spiritually. This could have really shown you another side to life, and like really made you see life beyond 3D materialistic things. So like maybe even before, you could have been someone that was concerned just with, oh, well, I'm going to have a good career. I'm going to have a nice house. I'm going to have nice things. I'm going to have a nice husband, and I'm going to have a nice life. But then 4747 on the live. Someone should pin that meaning in the chat. That would be awesome. But what I'm feeling like is with that, when this spiritually awokens you, you started to realize that there's so much more to life. Basically, that the more you uncover that the more you know that you don't know anything in the world, the better off you are, right? Like the person that seeks to constantly learn and evolve and has compassion for others, even when they've put them through hardships or tough situations, or like you feel like life has done you so wrong, know that God put you through that. Divine source put you through that because it taught you character. It taught you strength. It's like this. Sometimes you could be like, okay, God, like I know I'm strong, whatever. And then it's like, God's like, hey, but do you want to know how strong you are? And then like throws you through this like difficult situation. And at the time you could be like, man, like, why is this happening to me? Like, this is horrible. And then once it's over with, and say 6 months down the line, you can look back and realize how beautiful it was, and have forgiveness for those people that when it first happened, you never thought you could forgive them or the situation. But then looking back, it helped you evolve into the person you now are, and you see it for what it is. It's like, say you were in high school and you were bullied as a kid, and you're like, wow, like all these like mean girls picked on you, and say you were kind of like nerdy or something. And for some of you, I'm hearing, then you grew up and you were the hot one. You were the one that everyone was like, okay, wow, like didn't expect it. But it's because Divine hid it from those people that didn't deserve to see your worth. He kept you hidden like a diamond in the rough. And it's like, I'm hearing like Swan Princess. Like basically, I don't know if anyone's seen that Disney movie. Some people could love that movie, I'm hearing. But basically, it's like growing up, you were always overlooked, and now people see you for the true strength and compassion and like the ability you possess in the world and how much you have to offer. So you could be very talented, you could be creative. Yeah, Fool at the bottom. So definitely a new start coming in for you for 2022. What I'm feeling like is you're not even going to recognize your life at the end of this next year. For some of you, what I'm hearing is you could already feel that way now. Like say you're looking back a year ago or 6 months ago. I just heard a lot of you could have went through a long-term separation or even a divorce this year. Spirit wants you to know, as hard as that situation was, and even if it's still ongoing battles, you're going to end up okay. If there's any like situations, you're going to end up fine. And Spirit wants you to know it's because as difficult as it seemed to restart your life over or to leave this person, that it all happened so that your right person could come in. And sometimes you wonder, well, why would you get the false start in the meantime? Because Spirit does that to show us exactly what we thought we needed wasn't always all what we needed, and that you needed this and this and this. So sometimes too, you got to remember exactly what you manifest is directly what you put out there. So say you manifest, I want a loyal partner. I want someone attracted to me. I want someone who wants a commitment. Amazing. Great qualities to have. But then you leave out the things like, I want an honest partner. I want someone who wants to grow with me. You want someone who is fair with you. So you get someone who is committed and it's passionate, or it's great, and you think they're loyal, but then at the end they're lying to you or putting you through manipulative situations, or they're self-gaining, or they're actually, when you go into the relationship with them, they started it with you for a total reason to self-gain, and you went into it heartless. So what I'm hearing for some of you is like, it may have seemed like when you manifested this relationship, it seemed like everything you needed, but then what you realized was it lacked a lot of the major qualities that you now know you need in a partner. So like you could have been about passion before, is what I'm feeling like. You could have thought passion and whatever, that's going to bring in like attraction, that's going to bring in long-term, like I'll always be into this person. But then what you learn too is, okay, well, yeah, but if they're acting that way and then there's no solid foundation to grow on, it comes as quickly as it goes. And a lot of the times with these like really passionate partners, but no judgments, because there's a lot of like loyal partners that are passionate and aren't flighty and aren't liars. But a lot of the time what you find when you get these knights and these like passion cards is very flighty energy. It's like this person, divine masculine that you could be dealing with, what I'm feeling like is they could be offering this same thing to multiple people. So maybe they start out with like a good intention with one relationship, and then they just like get bored, and then they hop into the next relationship, and then they keep doing this, and they're not even realizing how many people they're leaving behind in a trail. And what's funny too is for the divine masculines, more like karmic divine masculines that do this, they awaken so many, or they awaken so many divine feminines without them realizing. I never even thought of that way to look at it until it, like, Spirit just made me look at it that way, which is so funny because it's like they go through leaving all these women in the dust and they move on to the next, and some women don't even know, or men even, this could be opposite, right? Put the role where it fits. But they leave so many other people behind, and all these people had pure intentions for this person. So it's causing all these other people to awaken within themselves and to make the change, be like, okay, well, I don't want this for myself. And so ultimately, this person is serving as a karmic lesson and essentially a teacher without them even realizing, because they're living in their karmic ways, right? But it's definitely a good way to look at it, and I never even thought of that. But think too, and I feel like that's the way that these divine masculines, for some that refuse to wake up, it has to be the way they do, because if you go through that cycle so many times, Although think about it though, there's movies like Wedding Crashers where the man's be 45 and they're still acting like that. It's like a lot of men luckily do not act like that and wake up, but some men will no matter what the age they are, and I think that's like the biggest lesson to take out of it. But yeah, I feel like divine masculine, what I was saying was they'd wake up because you'd feel like after they did this cycle to so many partners, and these partners all walked away, and then when they tried to go back for them, they wouldn't take them back. You'd think they'd realize after a certain amount of time that, okay, well, it must be me. You know what I mean? Because I feel like what's happening with those divine masculines is they are on a search of a pedestal perfection. So my terminology of that would be like they are looking for this trophy, this person that they think checks all their boxes, beautiful, constantly evolving with them, and submissive. And I know a lot of my divine feminines are not submissive women. They want equality. They want fairness. They want a relationship with reciprocity, with equal give and take. And so that's why I feel like a lot of you are just choosing to walk away in the new year and to really focus on yourself. Wow. Split the deck. Temperance. So Sagittarius, and basically temperance means fairness, like equality. You just want someone who is willing to give back to you the same way that you put into them, you know? Thank you so much, everyone tuned in. I really appreciate it. Hope you guys are enjoying the reading. I'm sipping on some green tea. It's definitely cold now. Hope everyone had a good holiday. Yeah, so Tower in reverse, 10 of coins. So for my divine feminines that are separated, all of this has taught you the ultimate lesson of self-love. So I want you to take a second just to pat yourself on the back, because if you have separated from someone you love and you are confused as to why they haven't woken up or figured out the connection you share is one unlike any other, pat yourself on the back, because to realize that you can't change anyone but yourself, and to walk away and to evolve and to make yourself the better version of yourself and to look for someone who matches you, that's when you're going to find that. It's like spirit, because you're learning and doing all this self-growth, spirit will never bring you in someone again on this level. Spirit will only bring someone in that's going to not play games with you and value you. But also it's like telling you to look at how have your envisions of a perfect partner changed, right? Like how I was saying before, you might have been like, okay, well, I need someone I'm attracted to, someone that like super passionate, all that. Excuse me. But now you're realizing it's like, okay, maybe so much of that, but like I need more someone who is honest with me. I need someone who is loyal to me, and you want someone who is going to progress forward with you and not give you broken promises. Totally. So 3 of Swords. You don't want third party energy anymore. You don't want this person dibbling and dabbling and seeing, well, okay, I know this person's amazing and they care about me, but maybe there's just something better out there. Spirit's saying it's your time to think that way. Maybe there's just someone better out there for you, because you shouldn't have ever been someone's second or third option in the first place. And so this is going to cause a reverse tower, because really, and it's crazy because we had the tower at the very beginning. If you click back an hour ago, that was the first card out. So, and it was in the upright. So when this tower hit, I feel like it could have hit already for some of you, or it's about to for the new year. But when all this comes into play and the situation like dwindles itself out or new cycles begin, you're going to find that person that actually like matches what you're looking for. I know it's so cheesy, but like, have you ever heard from people too, like they went through the worst relationship of their life, and then as soon as it was over, they found that person that's like, okay, 2 kids, like what's the baby names, you know, like that person that was everything and more you were looking for, and you didn't even realize it. Yeah. Your person is coming. It definitely could be a water sign that you were dealing with, or a water sign is coming in the present moment. but definitely something to look forward to. It's going to be someone who really matches your values. Together, you guys are going to build an empire. The two of you can honestly start your own business together. You could be on some sort of pursuit. I'm even hearing you could have a spiritual mission together. Spirit says whatever it is, you'll kind of have an idea now, but in the next year, you'll really have a better picture as to what this situation was meant to taught you, and as to like who your true emperor is, who your true counterpart is. And just remember too, sometimes your twin flame doesn't always work out. Spirit wants you to know that. Like, if you walk away, we have soulmates, we have different soulmates, and we have a twin flame. And twin flames are usually the hardest relationship because it's like looking at a mirror. They say twin flames are a direct reflection of yourself. I think that to an extent, but I also think that they're the exact opposite as to what you are. So you could be living in your true empathic state right now. You could be so loving and caring and devoted and loyal. And this person could be the polar opposite. They could be more self-focused, self-pleasuring, and more conceited, if anything, concerned with materialistic things, and total opposite to you. Like I said, always looking for the grass to be greener on the other side. They're always looking for passion. So yeah, they could definitely be someone that's been in and out of your life. These are for ones in separation still. So we're going to finish this up. So High Priestess, basically it's saying, and I did have this message earlier, it's like Spirit's confirming whatever you feel like you already know is going on or been going on. It's like Spirit's saying it's time to accept it, to face the reality that you know more than you know. And this person could not like that you know more than you know. But when you move on, you're going to meet your counterpart. And I feel like it's going to be a soulmate, since most of you are walking away from your twin. But yeah, so that's pretty intense. Take what resonates, leave the rest. That's for those in separation. Not all of you are going to walk away from your twin, but that's like a major message for some. Now let's go into those in commitments. As I'm shuffling, this was at the bottom, so we'll say this one first. Devil energy. So between either you or your partner, there could be a codependency going on. You could be stuck in a toxic cycle together right now. One where either them or you is like obsessing over the other. Maybe a little too much, trying to control the other person. So for the most part, I feel like it's the divine masculine trying to do this to you because you're discovering more about yourself. You're stepping out of the box. You're trying new things. And this could be like threatening them a bit. Like they could be someone that easily gets jealous or like nervous of you talking to other people because they know your light shines bright, that you're a very attractive person. Wow, Tower moment at the bottom. So this is like a triple confirmation. Tower card has come out 3 times now in this reading. So basically, if you're in a relationship or not, you're going to go through some huge life changes at the start of 2022. This could be a job situation. This could be a home situation, is what I just heard. Could even just be something your partner's experiencing. Could be a family situation. But whatever happens is going to bring about like a huge change for the better. Fool in reverse, it's going to seem like it doesn't actually add up to your values or what you're trying to achieve. But remember, sometimes divine reroutes us for our own protection. Sometimes divine knows what we need. Yeah, so the moon in reverse. So with the moon in reverse, it's saying that you don't see everything that lies ahead if you were to take this certain path that you or your partner, say, are trying to take with a job situation or a live-in situation. Maybe it's telling you, too, that you wanted to move somewhere or where you're living. Like, it's time to get out of there. Moon in reverse could be neighborhood secrets. If you rent, it could do with even your renter, is what I'm hearing. Yeah, a lot of swords. And then some wands. So with the Four of Wands and the Two of Wands, you're very passionate about your new pursuit. Whatever it is that you're taking off with right now, you're super excited about it. Since you're with your partner, this is for this part. You and your partner are really like thriving together and passionate about a new start together. So this could really be a move. This could be maybe you're planning on moving in together. It's saying just beware. Because of the swords here, it could maybe be something to do with signing a lease or a new home. It's just saying, or even a new car is what I just heard. Just be aware of all the contracts and the details behind it, because you and your partner are like super excited about whatever this is, and you might not realize all the hidden aspects to it with the moon in reverse here. So if that resonates for you, I feel like you'll kind of know. Yeah, 9 of Cups. And then we got the 4 of Cups in reverse. So you guys are looking at whatever this is. Maybe it's a new passion project. You two could be trying to start a business together, like I said. Maybe open a restaurant or a store. Spirit saying you feel like it's 9 of Cups, the ultimate wish fulfillment. But with the 4 of Cups in reverse, there is a lot of hidden stuff. And it's going to be a lot of like added stress onto it, if that makes sense. Looks like with financial too, we've got the coins in reverse, 2 of Cups. So basically, yeah, it's definitely signifying that whatever this is you're trying to kind of pursue at the moment forward, you and your partner are really excited about it, and it's going to bring like money issues, instability. It's just really saying to be wary. And because ultimately you're just looking for the 10 of coins. You guys want for 2022 abundance. So whether that's financial, whether that's just like home life, whether that's at a job, you want to feel secure in the position you're in life, and you don't want to feel like for 2022 that things are up in the air. So maybe you guys have been trying to close on a new house. Like I said, maybe you're trying to get a lease for a new business. Whatever it is, Spirit just says really be aware of what's going on. So I'm going to just put these messages back really quick, and then we're going to pull some mystery messages. I hope everyone's enjoying the reading so far. Thank you so much for tuning in. Leave what sign you are in the chat. I'd love to know who's tuned in. A lot of fire energy, though, on the board today between Aries, Leo, and lots of water energy. So water energy, we've got Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. And we had Pisces like 2 or 3 times come up. So 3 times, yeah. Fool twice and the Hangman. All right, I'm going to give these a good shake, and then we'll jump into it. How's everyone doing? Hope you guys are good. I just feel like for my Divine Feminines, a lot of you are looking for financial stability and just maybe a like idea of what you can expect for your life to look like over the next couple years. And I feel like what Spirit's saying is you're going to get those answers. Mindset. Yeah, Spirit's saying change your mindset. It's all about how you're viewing things. Is 2121 in the chat. So it's also how you're viewing things as well is what's going to really help shape for what's going to happen next. So make sure you're just staying in like positive affirmations. Writing down your affirmations was a message that I got earlier, was really important. You could be a Virgo, or you could be dealing with one. You could be a Taurus, or you could be dealing with one. Which is weird, because we haven't gotten much Earth energy on the board yet, so there we go. Wow, so spirit guides are trying to communicate. So right now your spirit guides have been really going out of their way to kind of deliver you a message. You could have been seeing a lot of angel numbers. You could have been seeing feathers. You could have even been seeing spirit animals is what I was just told. So if you've noticed this is for someone specific, you keep seeing this one specific bird or a specific squirrel I'm hearing in the morning when you wake up and you look out like either your bedroom or your bathroom window. I'm hearing you're like just constantly seeing this one same animal. Spirit wants you to know it's either a passed on loved one or it's a spirit guide, but they're just trying to communicate with you right now. And when you see it, it's just letting you know you're on the right path. Okay, wow. So we were saying for those in a relationship, you guys were looking either for new contracts or to buy a house or just to move in general. Time to move, Spirit says. We've got pray more. So just really pray to divine and just ask to receive your blessings. Wow, Leo again. So we've got Leo twice out in the messages. So I definitely feel like you are Leo or dealing with someone who's a Leo. Last one we've got out. I haven't pulled this one yet, so it's actually funny. No one, pardon me, not to offend anyone. I feel like this is Spirit's way of just saying get a change. It says get your hair done. So it might be time for someone to treat themselves or just to switch it up. Maybe you've been thinking about cutting your hair or doing something different to it. Spirit's saying confirmation, go for it. 1111 on the chats right now if you guys are tuned in. So yeah, that's like a double confirmation from Spirits. If you're looking for shifting your mindset, having a new fresh start, I feel like you're also maybe we're wary if your partner would like it or not, because this is for those attached. Spirit's confirming your partner's going to love it. They're going to think you're hella sexy, and it's time to do whatever change you were looking for. Let's pull a few more. We got Lover at the bottom. Great passion and devotion. So whoever you are, you and your partner really have a strong connection, and this person really values you. They see you for the true authentic person you are. They love everything about you. They love how sensual you are, how romantic you are, how sexy you are. It seems like with her in the picture, you've got really good style. And ultimately, you just lead with your heart, and that's what this person loves the most about you. Artist. You could be an artist. So whoever I'm talking to, you could be a musician, you could be a painter, you could be a photographer, you could be a writer, you could be an actor, an actress, something creative. But you really lead with artistic abilities. This is another thing your divine masculine like super admires about you. They wish they had the ability to see things the way you do. I'm hearing like you see things and you just put such a unique twist and spin on it that they like are like, wow, I never even thought of it. And that they love about you. Victim. So they could see you've been through a lot in your life. But they could see that even though you should have a victim mindset, even though you could act down and out and be self-pitying, you are not that person. You are in fact the opposite. And you're actually one of those people that really stands for justice and doesn't want to add to any people like that, if that makes sense. Like, you're the opposite of a bully. Like, you're so against bullying, anti-bullying, I'm hearing. Some of you could follow that, I just heard, on social media and be like a super advocate for that. But basically what I'm hearing is you should be looked at by others as a victim for everything that you've suffered and endured, and you, in fact, are refusing to be seen in that light. You're like a warrior, man. Rescuer. Beautiful. So, provide strength and support to others. So that's exactly it. People see you as someone right now that even though you went through everything you did, here you are, still being an empath, still leading with your true heart, and you're actually trying to make others feel better about themselves. You're trying to see fairness in all the situations, and you're really leading with that. That's definitely bringing in like healing energy. I really like this. We're going to pull a few more just at how others see you. Leave it in the chats too. Do you guys prefer if I do how your partner sees you or how others see you? I could actually do both. I feel like though these were messages for kind of how your partner saw you, and then, wow, Queen at the bottom. And we already got Queen too, so double confirmation. Whoever is watching this right now, you are a queen. Divine thinks you're a queen. And your partner thinks you're a queen. So, you radiate regal feminine. You are constantly trying to be a royal person. You could be super, I would say, what is it? You're into like the finer things in life, but you aren't a show off about it. You know what I mean? Without being materialistic, you appreciate the finer things in life. But you aren't flashy about it. Gambler. People see you as someone who is a risk taker, someone who's not afraid to take chances in life, even if it seems mundane or like the outcome might not be the best for you. But you follow divine and you truly lead with what divine is telling you, and you follow your intuition. And people see you as a gambler, someone who's not afraid to take risks. Child eternal. So people see you as someone who actually, it says determined to be young in body. Someone could actually see you as someone who looks very young too. So depending whatever age you are, you could be seen as someone that looks 5 to 10 years younger. You could be a 40-year-old and look like you're like 30. You could be 30 is what I'm hearing and look like you're 20. Something along those lines. But basically what I'm hearing is your heart and attitude and the way you actually look. A lot of people see you as such a youthful, glowing person. Detective. So you could be someone who's super into either crime shows, or also you could be someone who's very much into kind of doing the background into a situation. Not to call you one of those, but you could be one of those people that like you meet someone and then 5 minutes later you know everything about them. Not intentionally though, Spirit's saying you're not one of those people that goes out of your way to try and like be a weirdo and like look up people or anything, but just it says you have great powers of observation and intuition, desire to seek out the truth. So at the end of the day, you really just want to figure out the truth in a situation. If you ever feel like someone has done you wrong, or if someone has kind of painted things a different way than what it seems, it's saying that you really have the ability to see otherwise. And great powers of observation and intuition, it means you really follow your intuition. Liberator and addict. So if you have any addictive behaviors, Spirit says 2022, you're going to really be able to overcome them. That you're really going to kind of learn from your experiences and move forward. Liberator and hermit. So a lot of people could see you as a loner. You could be someone who kind of keeps to themselves, but it's only because of everything you've been through. You could be actually hermiting, working on creative projects. People see you as someone that's very dedicated to whatever it is you're doing. Liberator. Freeing yourself. Yeah, so for 2022, you're walking away from any toxic behaviors. You're deciding to totally move forward, even if it means kind of standing alone and being in hermit mode. So Don Juan, you could have, since this is for those attached, you or your partner could have previously been someone who was kind of passionate and pursuing multiple relationships. But what I'm getting for 2022 is the two of you, before the end of this year, maybe Christmas, you even had some serious like talks. You two decided together that you know where you stand. You know you want to pursue this seriously. And I feel like basically someone's putting an end to their player ways for 2022 and really solidifying this commitment with you. Let's see if there's any more shuffle. Thank you so much, everyone tuned in. Hope you guys are enjoying the reading. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Messiah. Damsel. Yeah, so with the tower that we had before, you're going to probably go through a situation. Shapeshifter here at the bottom of the card. So whoever you were dealing with in the past, because this is for those attached right now, the person around you or the person from the past was the shapeshifter. They were the person that was making themselves out to be someone who is going to be a stable person in your life. but in fact they were not. They were false. So I feel like that's what's going to bring about the Tower. Since it's for those committed, I feel like it could be a family member. It could possibly, for some of you, be your partner. But for most of you, what I'm feeling like is like your partner has a lot of passion for you, or this could have been you two in the past. But yeah, there's a shapeshifter around you. There's definitely someone that Spirit wants you to be wary of, to realize that they're being who you want them to be, and they're not necessarily being authentic with themselves or the people around them. Pioneer. So we got this in the other reading too for the singles. So Pioneer, you're definitely working on inventing you're inventing someone. Well, that would be a first. But whatever you're inventing, you're going to be the first person to do whatever it is. Like, you're going to step outside the box in some sort of way and really make a name for yourself. And people are going to know you for that. So that's bomb AF. All my divine feminines out there, whatever it is, Spirit's saying, just get to work. Don't let anything else serve as a distraction to you, and to like really focus this next year on your super goals, your dreams, and your person. He's just going to be full of promise for once, is what it seems like. So that's really good. It looks like your person's going to be super supportive of you. Yeah, so we've got Engineer and Pioneer. So whatever Spirit says you're thinking about in this direct moment in your mind that you're going to start, you're going to be the first. If you have an idea, maybe you have an invention idea, which is super cool. I would say leave it in the chats, but don't, because honestly, keep that for yourself and pursue that, you know? So Spirit's saying you're going to be the first of your kind to do something different, and you're going to be an engineer of it. You're going to be known as one of the people that did that way. So that's amazing. That's a beautiful message. Really think that's mad cool. Beggar. Yeah, so all those karmics or those people around you before that were putting you in conflict or situations. I'm hearing even ex-partners, ex-lovers. They're all going to try and come back and be a part of your circle now that you have some good stuff going on. And I feel like for some of them, they could kind of know. I feel like I'm hearing for some of them, the reason why they were a shapeshifter, this is a really strong message that just came out, is because they saw your full potential in life before you did. So like, say you could have been doing a desk job or something, but you were an artist on the side and you always knew you wanted to do that or something. This person knew you were going to make it. Like, they knew it. So they would always try and mold themselves to whatever you needed to be at the time. But I feel like Spirit's saying eventually you caught on, and that's when you left, and now you got this new person that isn't actually, wow, companion. So you got this new person now that isn't actually giving you false starts. You could be a healer. The person you're dealing with now could actually be a healer, which is beautiful. I'm hearing... sorry, my slipper fell off. If you feel like the person you're with now, maybe they're a little bit spiritual, but they don't fully realize, they could actually be a healer, is what I'm hearing from Spirit. They could have been sent to you to heal you from all these past situations that you just went through. That's so beautiful. So this could even be your person, or maybe even not your forever person, but whoever you're dealing with right now was meant to teach you self-love, worth, and just not what to settle for anymore in relationships. So that's a really beautiful message, because it's like they could be a healer and not even know, is what Spirit's emphasizing. Okay, so I just had a card fall. Of course, you got nails. It's like impossible to get it. So friendships with animals, communication with nature spirits. Wow. So with healer and that, especially because we had that spirit message earlier, you could be someone who is connected to animals, whether you have animals or you just have like the ability to connect with any sort of animal. Like, do you ever feel like if you go to someone's house, maybe their animal just loves you right away, like, and you totally understand animals' emotions? Students. We got student again. Yeah, so you're on a mission to learn something right now. With healer, student, and child nature too. Maybe you're studying. Maybe you believe that you have healing abilities and you want to see if you want to pursue that. Mediator. We've also got prostitute. I've never pulled that one. It says, accentuates the challenge of surviving without negotiating the power of your spirit. So what it's saying is no matter what conflict you've endured over the last year or the last couple years, it's saying that you're really going to stand in your power and overcome any of these obstacles with grace. Maybe these people talked badly about you, made false stuff up about you that wasn't true. And clearly people see that now. Networker. So Spirit's saying, yeah, watch who you're networking with because you do have a shapeshifter. But ultimately, by you networking, whoever tried to be the shapeshifter to make you look negative in a situation in the past, like an ex-lover before your current, the more you network and just be yourself and reach out to people, they're realizing that that's not who you were. Fool. So it's actually making this person, the shapeshifter, look like the fool, and people are starting to realize that they are a shapeshifter. Wow. So this is what I'm hearing for someone. You could have been dealing with a narcissistic ex, and basically they try to go around talking about you. They try to like go behind your back. Maybe they didn't want you to move on, so they tried to make all your options diminish. But by them doing that, and just over time, because I feel like this is a whole year into next year, the more you just were yourself and networked and like slowly let these people come back to you, instead of like you going out of your way to message. Like, I feel like whoever I'm talking to, Divine Feminine, you did not once go out of your way, even if you heard this person slandered you, to try and stand up to it. Because you knew that that would make you look crazy by doing that. And so Spirit's saying you just took a stand back and you just stood true to what you knew. And by remaining in your peace, it ultimately made this other person look like a fool. And if it hasn't happened yet, Spirit's saying, get ready. It's about to happen. I just heard that. Get ready. It's about to happen. And what do they always say? Let go and let God. Because we are only responsible for ourselves. So instead of holding on to past resentments, or what I'm hearing is this ex-partner could have literally, they could have been the cheater, but then they went and told people that you were, just to make themselves look good. But what I'm hearing is over time, and especially for my Divine Feminines that aren't attached and are still single at this moment, what I'm hearing is people now see this person for what they are, because they not only have had one commitment since you, but they've had multiple third parties since you. And here you did the work to heal, and they tried to make you look like a fool, but ultimately just backfired and made them look like a fool. Yeah, trickster. Trickster, martyr, mystic. Boom. So basically, this person literally tried to trick other people into thinking what they were, you were, if that makes sense. So they totally tried to make it seem like you were the opposite of what you were. Like you were the one lying, cheating, possibly non-committal. And this was your ex-partner. This was before, if these, for people who are attached. This could also be for those that walked away from their twin. But for those who are attached, this was the person before the person you're with. For those single, this is your divine masculine or karmic that you were dealing with, thinking it was a divine masculine. Basically, though, with all this, they're just making themselves look like the fool, because throughout this entire process, you're learning what it's like to see both sides, both angles. You're actually seeing what it's like to see all angles, if that makes sense. Because what I just heard was this person even included like people you didn't even know to rally up against you. But with Mystic here, you have such a close connection with Divine that you are highly protected. And that's what they don't realize. The more swords they were trying to like stab into your back, the more they were just stabbing them into their own back. Because you are so connected with divine, and divine in a way and your spirit guides have been giving you signs this whole time as to like how to handle the situation. So what I just heard too is like for some of you, you could have randomly blocked, say, a best friend or an ex or someone like a friend. I keep hearing a friend. You could have cut out a friend completely is what I just heard. And you didn't know why you were led to do this, but like spirit kind of like, maybe you guys just drifted apart and you stopped talking. Wow, gossip just literally flipped out at me. But this person did not have your best interests at heart. I just heard that the ex-person could have been using your friend as a flying monkey. So like they could have went and talked badly to your friend about you. They could have made it seem like, yeah, like you were crazy, you were this and that. Oh, wow. So like they already went behind your back and like one-upped you and was like looping people into their story to cover their own asses. But what I'm hearing is the more they do that, people see right through it. And if they don't yet, for 2022, what I just heard is like the veil is going to completely be lifted. Like this charade that they tried to place you under is going to be over. Because you're a warrior. No matter what, Spirit says you stood strong in your strength. You stood true to you and you knew what you wanted and you knew who you were, is what I just heard big time. You knew who you were. So you let those people talk. You didn't even go and be like, well, that's not true and this isn't true. Because you knew if you did that, that would just make you look some type of way. That was crazy. On the clock, it just said 13131. So basically, yeah, you knew that if you did that, it was going to make you look some type of way. So instead, because you're so close with divine, you step back and for a group of you divine masculine or divine feminines, you just said, I'm going to let God handle it. Like, Spirit, I trust you. And you stopped giving energy to the situation, which is ultimately the only thing you can do. Because if you're sitting there, yeah, goddess. And you are a goddess for that. People see you, like we got queen at the bottom, goddess. People see you for your true authentic self. They see you, queen, warrior, and goddess. They see you as someone who is literally one of a kind. What is what I just heard? Like one in a million. Like if you have potential pursuers, suitors, they all see you as like an unattainable catch. You might wonder, maybe there's like, you feel like people are interested in you, but they're not reaching out to you. What I just heard from Spirit is you might have your guard up a bit. You could be like, okay, I'm ready, but they might not realize it. A lot of people or suitors could maybe find you unattainable, is what I just heard. Like they think you're too good to be true. They don't feel like they deserve a chance with you. Mentor, yeah. So you could really just like lead a lot of people. They could look up to you. In the past, you could have been dealing with this exorcist type energy, which was that shapeshifter, I feel like. But really, it says freeing yourself and others of destructive impulses. So by you ultimately, A, staying silent, B, walking away from the toxic situations, cutting these people off, you truly like not only change things for people, like for yourself, but for those around you as well. Because by you doing that, it's like the karmics outed themselves. The karmics basically revealed the masks that they were wearing. Because a lot of these people you had never talked ill about or done anything to, and they were going behind your back, starting drama with this person and that person. And with the shapeshifter, whoa, like 10 just fell. With the shapeshifter, what I'm hearing is it was more so one specific person that you cared about. And they shapeshifted because you thought they were someone that cared about you. But meanwhile, they were caring about you, and then they were going to the next person and caring more about them. Whether it was a friend or family, even for them, it's like whoever they were with at the time, that was the mask that they wore for them. And so basically, by you walking away and being silent, it showed the outside people that this shapeshifter they were doing that they were putting on a mask for each of these people, not expecting them to realize. But then people started, I feel like, watching you. Maybe they were watching you on social media. Maybe this was at a job situation. Maybe this was just a friend group. Maybe someone in your friend group like started out a terrible rumor about you that wasn't even true. Said you slept with their partner or something like that, or you just weren't a good person, or you were being a hoe or something. Something random, I don't know, something like that. They started up a complete lie which falsified your character, totally wasn't you, and you had no idea. So here are all the other people believing it. But what I'm feeling like happened was that Spirit did that on purpose too, because by you ignoring it and just like going on with your life, making the changes, people kind of started to watch. And maybe you didn't even realize these people were watching you, is what I just heard. But they started to see that whatever illusions they were put under was purely illusion. This is a really intense message from the archetype cards. I hope this is resonating for someone out there. But wow. And then we just got athlete. Dedication to transcending physical limits, including handicaps, development of personal willpower and strength of spirit. That's beautiful. So it's basically saying that you could be someone that, say you're in pursuits of a dream, but you know you have a physical impairment or just like something in life that's just preventing you from being able to do it. It's saying that you're not going to allow that to stop you, no matter what it is. Maybe it's a lack of resources for whatever project you want to start. Spirit's saying start with what you have. And as you work towards it, they're really going to expand you and provide you with what you need. It's like, it's funny, I got this message earlier. It's like a lot of repetitive messages for Divine Feminine. So it's really good to know. Same things kind of going into the next year. Basically, stand true in what you know. And even if you feel like a small project you're working on or something you're trying to achieve seems so far out of bounds, Spirit will provide you everything you need along the way. It might not be everything you thought you wanted, but it'll be everything you needed, and it'll be more in other ways. Yeah, so we got Prince and Priest as I'm shuffling. So for some of you out there that are separated from the twin flame, that walked away from your divine, your true person's coming in for 2022. You're not going to be alone anymore. Spirit guides are always with you right now during this time. And they want you to know that you're an earth angel. Whoever I'm talking to out there, go earth angels. All right. And you could be guiding others, to be honest. You could be guiding your family, friends, loved ones around you. You could even be guiding your divine masculine out of their current toxic behaviors. Wow, I just shuffled. I literally got angel again. So yeah, double confirmation. Whoever is tuned in right now, all 21 viewers of you, you are my angels. Divine's angels, rather. Poet. So the way you express yourself is absolutely beautiful. You have a different sensuality about you. This could just be when you're talking to people, or say if you're an artist or a musician, the way you present your work and your personality, it really shines through. We got mentor again, so you're definitely someone that other people inspire to look up to. Advocate. You're always following the right thing. Visionary. You see things that other people don't see. Like, you have the ability to look beyond the veil and see life not just for what's right in front of you. This is a huge intuitive message, but for what I just heard, some of you actually dream in the 5D. You may have dreamt about this place, and you've dreamt about it so many times, and it's very similar to the world you live in currently, but it's different. This is like a really strong message for someone out there. What Spirit wants you to know is you are dreaming about the 5D. And for some of you, I'm hearing you are clairvoyant. Spirit is giving you the ability to see Not exactly what's going to happen, but say there's been certain omissions or betrayals or certain curiosities as to what's to happen next. Spirit is giving you those signs in those dreams. So that's a specific message just for a couple of you out there. Artist. So yeah, we've gotten that a few times. Definitely an artist and lover. So yeah, new lovers coming in after you spend all this time really focusing on yourself. Femme fatale, making the changes. So you could be cutting out people left, right, and center. You could be coming across as kind of cold right now and detached to others. But it's just because you're working on a project and you're very specific about the person that you want to be with. So yeah, if you're single right now, what I'm getting is people could see you as a little like icy. But basically it's not like you're trying to be that way. You're really just trying to focus on what's best for you. And then other people see you as being a little bit like frigid, like a little cold and standoffish. But really what I'm hearing is you're just trying to... dilettante. So, delights in the arts without having to be a professional. Yeah, so you might feel like whatever project you're working on, you don't feel like you have the resources needed necessarily to make it professional at this moment in time. But Spirit's saying to follow that passion no matter what it is, and they're going to provide for you like the steps that you need to get through this. So I think that's like a beautiful message. One more message is we're going to pull now is just for those that are in separation from their divine masculine but know that they are in a relationship with someone else, with a karmic. So we're going to do that, and then that will kind of finish off the reading. But I'll pull some mystery messages and stuff for this one. Hope everyone's enjoying the reading. Don't forget to hit the like button for me. Give this video a share if it resonates. Taurus just got stuck in my hand, so you could be a Taurus or dealing with a Taurus. Alright. And there's got Virgo, so you could really be dealing with an earth sign. Or you could be an earth sign. Okay, so I'm actually going to do these messages first because now we're on to third party. I actually have some other messages too that it's funny, when I first started reading on this channel about 6 months ago, I had these messages and haven't used them since. They're like full messages. So I'm just going to pull two for this because I really just want a storyline as to what we can picture for the karmic and divine masculine right now. Pardon my cards if they're a little crumpled. They're a little old, so I was thinking I should... If you guys like them, I'll redo them, but they're kind of just... I end up doing the messages instead, so... Okay, so the karmic is someone they're definitely sleeping with. It looks like more of a situationship than a relationship. One night stand. Could have been someone they literally potentially had a one night stand with, and for what I'm hearing, for some of them got pregnant, so now they feel like they're stuck with them. Wow, that's a big message for some. So if you know that's your situation for your divine masculine, for some of you out there, they could literally be with a karmic right now because it was casual hookups and then they ended up having something attached. New job. So this could be someone at their new job overseas. So they could actually have a karmic partner that's someone that is far away. Spirit wants you to know overall though, you're amazing and abundance is coming in for you. So if you've been feeling so defeated, especially drained, if you know your divine masculine is... Oh, thank you so much. That's lovely. Really appreciate everyone tuned in right now, and I hope you guys are resonating with this reading. Wow, so we had overseas, and this distance kills me. Frenemies. Okay, so I'm going to pull some mystery messages. If we could get one message from your divine masculine right now in this current moment, those separated and he's in a relationship with someone else, what is it? Sometimes I picture what my life would look like with you in it forever, and it makes me really happy. One more message just was behind it. I often write out a message to you and erase it before sending. Okay, so if they are with someone else, they could honestly constantly think about reaching out to you. You could have them on block. They could have you on block. This reminds me of, you know, when you gotta be the person on block because otherwise the relationship doesn't work. I saw that somewhere in a TikTok and it's like so true. Like, anyways, at least for the real divine feminines out there, they know. But yeah, so if you and your partner are in separation and they're with someone new, they've been thinking about reaching out to you. Maybe they're hesitant on what to say. And like I said, with the one night stand thing, they could have just been hooking up casually with people and they know you know, so they're like scared to come back and be honest about it. Or they could be in a relationship with someone else due to a one night stand, could have ended up being more, is what I'm hearing. And now they're stuck with this person, is what they feel like. But yeah, take what resonates, leave the rest. Wow. Lucky numbers. 111, 22, and 888. So for one of you, could be time to play the lottery. Meditate more. New job. So that's funny. In the messages, we just pulled out a new job as well. So literally, your person, we're reading for them with the karmic right now. So they could have met this person at their new job. Relax. Could be your new job too, that they met this person if you brought your person around. Wow. So earlier, if you were tuned in, we were talking about how a friend could have possibly been like a flying monkey, or like a friend was gossiped about you too, so they just kind of distanced themselves from you. I just got a message directly from them and it says your old best friend misses you. So if you have someone you've been really afraid to reach out to because of everything that's kind of happened between you and this ex, or just in general, maybe in life a lot's happened and you felt really distant and like you couldn't reach out, this is your sign from that person that they're going to accept you, and now's a great time to reach out to them. Whoever I'm reading this for, you're a leader. So don't forget that. Spirit wants you to stand strong right now and not back down. Wow. You're dealing with a narc. So you could be definitely dealing with a narcissist. We were kind of getting that earlier with a few of the messages. 14747 was just on the clock for the reading. Collaborations. So, as we were talking about jobs, if you're feeling like you're not where you want to be when it comes to, say, pursuits, you're going to get some sort of opportunities coming in the new year. And those collaborations, although they may seem small or say you're not going to really get paid much for it, Spirit's saying don't hesitate to do them, because once you do, that's what's going to lead to the bigger opportunities. So say you are a creator, a musician, an actor, actress, anything like that, an influencer. It's a Spirit just literally like shot this in my head. If you have any collaborations or brand deals or anything like that, small, Spirit's saying take it, because once you do, that's going to get the ball rolling. So that's kind of positive message for those dealing with a divine masculine that you know has kind of put you through the ringer and is now with a karmic. So let's see what they're thinking though. Let's see what your divine masculine's thinking, if they're thinking of you, and then let's see what your what his karmic is thinking. So they think you're an engineer. It's funny because we had engineer before. They know you're working on new projects. They are, if you have not been in contact with your divine masculine, this is a pure message that they are watching you. They know exactly what you're doing. They won't let go, is what I just heard. Don Wands. Yeah. So they were a player. Whoever you were dealing with wasn't into commitments, or clearly they just weren't able to commit to one person. you decided to walk away and put an ending to this. You said, look, I'm not going to be your little side chick anymore, or your side partner, you know, healer. So you're healing from this situation. Ultimately, you're moving on. You're not looking back. You know what you want. You don't want to deal with some karmic BS anymore. Yeah, so that's crazy. Every single one got the pioneer and the engineer. So you're literally working on inventing a project, and your person knows it. So they're kind of being nosy right now. They could be trying to come... Wow, destroyer. They're literally trying to put an end to whatever you're working on. They could see you as a healer. They could see you as someone who has healing abilities, or is just very empathetic, very artistic, very able to see the world in a different way. But basically, like, this person is plotting behind your back. Could be the karmic, is what I just heard. Wow, saboteur. Yeah, so I actually just got a message. It could be the two of them. So what I just heard for divine masculine that had separated from you and was maybe bitter because they know what a goddess you are. They told people you were the opposite, and they especially told this karmic that you were the one that hurt them, and you were the one that did all this and that. And so now they've got this karmic teamed up thinking you're some way, and they could actually be working against you right now. Whether or not you're aware of this, this could be your sign. Servant. Yeah, so they could be, if you're karmic, or your ex, sorry, like your divine masculine, if you know he's in a relationship with someone else, it's a very strong message for someone out there, and you know he came back recently. What I'm hearing was he did it to act like a servant to this little karmic. He did it so that he could take information and ideas out of you to bring to her, because she's been trying to be a copycat. So she could be trying to pursue whatever it is that you're doing, or she could just be trying to copy your energy, your healing energy. And so he literally came back, if he did recently, and you felt like something was off. It was, and it was just because they're working together against you right now. Yeah, artist. So you could be a painter, a musician, actress. They know you're working on stuff, and they want a piece of it, and they want to claim it as their own, is what I just heard from Spirit. Which, just know, whatever is meant for you, Spirit will not let them take that away from you. But it's very important during this time that you really stand your guard. Yeah, athlete. So you could feel like you have some physical limitations. Like, physical limitations don't have to necessarily be like yourself and your body, but it could be financial. It could be you want to move where there's more opportunity. Say you want to move to a bigger city where you know you can get call castings for jobs, for acting, or you could have a chance to collaborate with different artists at a nice studio, or say you're a musician, you have a chance to collaborate with different artists in general. You know you need to be somewhere else. And I feel like Spirit's showing you that you have this ability right now to make the impossible possible. But whatever it is, they're trying so hard, this like karmic couple, to stop you. And it's sad that it's your divine masculine. For some of you, though, I'm hearing it was a false DM. It was actually like a karmic twin. Companion, yeah. So companion and prince. This person, your ex, he totally came in as your twin. He came in, maybe he promised to marry you. Maybe you guys talked about a future together. Like, you definitely had talked about you were soulmates or twin flames. You could have talked about children together. You could have had kids together, or you could be married or had been married previously, and you promised each other forever, and essentially this companionship was false, and now they're on with someone else. So let's get what the karmic's thinking about you right now. Judge. So, and when I pull this, I always feel like it doubles up the card I had next to it. So with the Queen in reverse and the Judge in reverse, they're trying to make people see you for someone that you're not. So whoever I'm talking to, Divine Femmes, you are a true Empress, a true Queen, but your Divine Masculine's karmic partner right now is trying to... So this could be really the person that's causing all the saboteur and judgments And maybe your divine masculine's just along for the ride because he's with that person, if that makes sense. It seems like whatever's happening is it's his person, the counterpart, the karmic. That's the one trying to make you look like you aren't a queen, that you aren't fair and just, and that you are causing all this. Inspires creative energy to embrace the good things in life, celebrates the beauty in life. And then we've got King, enlightened, benevolent leadership benefiting those in your charge. Yeah, so even though this karmic is trying to make you look like a false queen, you're standing out as the king. You rule king and the queen and all these karmics and everything in between. Mentor. So literally, they're trying to make people see you. Mentor in reverse was in reverse there. As a false leader, as someone who is not a creative leader, as someone who is not empathic, as someone who doesn't have a pure, kind heart. But basically with this, like, people see it for what it is. They know you're a leader, and they honestly know that this little karmic is honestly just coming across as a jealous person. Angel again at the bottom. So yeah, you're an earth angel. And no matter what these karmic and divine masculine or coupled together is trying to make you appear to be, everyone sees you as the opposite. This could have caused you to go into hermit mode. So this could be why currently at the moment you could be not really talking to other people so much. You could be kind of in your own headspace, your own world, keeping things to yourself. Yeah, because you were literally a victim in a situation. But I feel like you refuse to be seen as a victim. You'd rather be seen as the femme fatale. I'm feeling like Uma Thurman energies, like in Kill Bill. Like, you're the bad, obviously not like that, but you're cutting people out left, right, and center. You know what I mean? Like, you are out for yourself. You're the badass. And you're not going to be seen as a victim, even though these people did victimize you. You're just like, okay, no, you're realizing like you're the creative of your own life. And the faster you walk away from this energies, yeah, you're being guided by source right now to get away from this current situation. And no matter what, Spirit's asking you to lead with an innocence, a purity, and redemption. So to suggest a special connection with divine. So Spirit's saying to lead with divine, and just to remember, forgiveness is key. If you can show compassion and forgiveness for those that, quite frankly, don't honestly deserve it sometimes, that is when you're going to level up into your true potential. Networker. So yeah, you're about to meet some people soon that are going to change your life. These people are going to offer you some sort of new opportunities that are really going to be life-changing for you, is what I'm hearing. They're going to set you up for generations, is what I just heard from Spirit. I feel like whatever you're doing is going to be something that yeah, so whatever you're doing, it's honestly just fair in the situation. Let's get some cards just to see before we close up the read. So again, this is going to be those detached. And you know that your DM was with the karmic, especially over the holidays. So if anyone wants to know, let's just see how their holiday went. High Priestess. Okay. So you already know. So whatever you've been feeling about it, maybe you were feeling like, maybe you were feeling this person's energy field a lot yesterday is what I just heard. You could have had a dream about them. For some of you, I just heard you could have felt like you saw them walk by or like saw them near your neighborhood. That's confirmation from Spirit that this person had you on their mind or tried to keep you in their energy even though they were with the karmic. This ultimately is causing a fight with the karmic right now. They're telling the karmic, or could have told the karmic, that they're just focused on work matters or like financial commitments, They could have even been telling the karmic around the holidays that they had to work, or like that right now today they're working, say, or for New Year's they're working, so they can't like make all these plans with them. But I feel like really what it is because they know that they'd rather be with you. But if they come in with an offer, especially if it's like right in time before the new year, I'm hearing it is going to be a false offer. They're going to offer you the sun, but it's in reverse. So basically whatever they're going to offer you is not going to be what they promised, and it's definitely not going to follow through. Like, say they're going to finally say, okay, I want to commit to you and like no more third parties. Whoever this karmic is still going to be in the background. Spirit wants you to know that. That's why you got to cut them off. Go hermit. And you got to keep moving forward. Got the Emperor. 2 of coins. Yeah. Okay. So basically what this is just saying that over Christmas, the karmic, this kind of makes me laugh. The karmic could have expected a big present or a surprise from Divine Masculine. They could have expected maybe an engagement or an offer of the future or a promise of the future, or they could have expected a lot of gifts, a lot of materialistic things. But what I'm hearing is Divine Masculine like came with like a small offer, didn't give them much because he's saving it for you. And they're starting to catch on, and that's why they're giving you all this hard time. Because it said earlier, it was like the karmic was doing more of the blocking than the Divine Masculine. But the Divine Masculine's with them, so it's like they're kind of along for the ride, if that makes sense. Like, they're not going to go against them, but they're also not going to encourage them. But they're also not stopping it. So it's like, what role are they playing, like, as your Divine Masculine, if they're not standing up for you and realizing that the karmic is toxic? That the karmic is literally just a copycat of you. Okay, so 9 of Cups in reverse and the 4 of Swords. So this is going to cause a fight between them. Basically what I'm feeling like is the karmic expected to get their ultimate wish fulfillment for Christmas or over the holidays. And with the 9 of Cups being in reverse, it was actually the opposite. This could have caused a lot of fights for them. Divine Masculine could have honestly just stayed away from them. And that's where the whole work thing could have came into play. Maybe they've been arguing, not getting along. Maybe karmic's been asking about you. And Divine Masculine's like, okay, this is just getting to be too much. That's why they want to come give you this offer. But like I said, karmic's going to remain in the background is what I'm seeing. At least for most of you. And those cards just like flew. So give me 1 second. Okay, wow. Okay, so we have 5 cards on the ground. Randomly, these were on the ground too, so we're going to put those out. Child Magical. So you're inventing new things. You're living in a pure-hearted energy. Meanwhile, this person's just literally trying to defame your character. This karmic or this ex. With the 9 of Cups and the 5 of Cups in reverse, the karmic now realizes that they have options that the Divine Masculine actually wants over them. But he's just settling for that person because they'll put up with his shit. To be quite frank, it seems like if Divine Masculine has you and even another option he would prefer over this other person, neither of you are putting up with the shit. So whoever he's currently with is literally just like, ah, okay. Or they just don't know this person's ways yet. Yeah. So they think they're getting like ultimate almost wish fulfillment, but really it's just a bunch of backwards cup energy. Definitely could be a water or a fire sign we've got on the board here. Could be either of those signs. Okay. Okay. Temperance. Spirit says, don't worry. Like, everything's going to eventually balance itself out. Whatever they've been trying to do to make you look bad or to keep you in this negative cycles with them. Because what I'm hearing is, like, you could even have this karmic blocked. And this person, like, obsesses over you and tries to compare themselves to you. All because they know deep down they're with your divine masculine, but your divine masculine would rather be with you. But you said no. Yeah, so at first your divine masculine was coming in with offers for them of love and promise and all this. But now they just stopped trying. It looks like they're just kind of settling for what they know they're giving them. With the Wheel of Fortune here and the Ace of Cups, Spirit says, don't worry. For you standing true to yourself and not accepting this BS back in your life as garbage, Spirit's bringing your proper person, your soulmate, and your true counterpart. So just to wrap it up, I'm going to do a couple, if there's anything Divine Masculine could say to you right now, like what he wishes he could say. And if there's anything the karmic really wants to say. Just funny, these karmic energies don't realize they're karmic by putting themselves in these triangulations with you, who, for whoever I'm reading for, you don't even want anything to do with it. You're like, I'm just focused on new endeavors and new passions and new pursuits. And here this person's trying to block my shine and my success. And it's really not your fault. Yeah, so I've gotten this card a few times. So whoever you are, I think that this karmic could even be someone who maybe has in the past put themselves out there for men and like used it as an opportunity. Like, so maybe this was a friend of yours even that like Mr. stole your man. Like, you know, the girls that are proud to say that, it's like, my true divine feminines out there are not proud to say that. Who would want to steal someone's man? You don't. Like, you literally think if you stole my man, well then he wasn't my man. You know what I mean? That's what my true divine feminines think. So as funny as it is, the karmic sees you in this light right now. As much as they won't admit it ever to you, they see you as someone who is pure-hearted, who is pure of virtue, and definitely doesn't put themselves out there, doesn't sleep around, keeps themselves on a pedestal. You know what I mean? Like, you could be really valuing yourself at this time, and the karmic will never tell you this, but that's how they see you too. And they wish that they were like that. But instead, they're just making themselves available to be the third and fourth option. So during this time, it's almost like just be grateful to Spirit that you are awoken and now you see through this. Because at one point, you could have even been that in a relationship, right? And not even realized. Yeah, Fool in reverse. So in the past, Spirit's saying you could have even been that fool, that person that constantly tried for someone that really was just taking advantage of you. And this could also be too how your divine masculine saw you, someone they could take advantage of. But now with it being in reverse, you've put a complete stop to that, and they know that you're not someone that they can just walk all over anymore. And I think that intimidates them. Child orphan. Okay, so they could see you as well. I feel like this is a message from both. They could see you as someone who's like kind of doing your own thing right now. Maybe you don't have much family or friends around. Maybe you aren't involved in a new relationship. So people could see you as someone who's kind of just feeling detached from others. And pioneer. So we got this so many times. So as much as the karmics will not admit to you, the karmic is inspired by whatever you're doing. And they like strive to want to do that. Scribe seeker, yeah. So the karmic could be watching you because they want to learn whatever the magic is to what you're doing. So say you're like putting yourself out there on a platform. Maybe you have a huge TikTok following, or maybe you make music, or maybe you're a reader, or you're an artist. Whatever it is that you're doing and you're getting attention for, they're like striving to follow it and like see, because they want to be able to have that same success for themselves. But what Spirit's telling me to tell them, or to realize, and obviously the Divine Feminines know this, everyone has a different life path. So once you realize that, Spirit will show you, Spirit will show you your true life path once you realize that, wait a minute, that's so cool and I wish I was like that, but that might not be my life path. If that makes sense. All right, so a couple more messages to finish it off. I really hope everyone's enjoying the reading. Thank you so much for tuning in. Okay, this one was in between. No one compares to you. Yeah, look how old these are. What else we got? Financial abundance and musician. Okay, sweet. So, and health matters. So that's what I'm going to leave that there for that. So financial abundance is definitely coming in for you for the New Year's. If you're a musician of any kinds, whether you make music, produce, sing, DJ, rap, just had a bunch of messages fly out. That's too many, Spirit. So basically what I'm hearing is whatever project seems small and like it's not really taking off yet, pursue it, and good things are coming in 2022. Also says to really pay attention to any health matters that you have. So 2 messages from Divine Masculine, and I'm going to finish this up. We've got I love your smile. And the last message I'm going to leave you with is I want to make love to you so bad. So that is from your Divine Masculine that is currently in a relationship with a karmic person. So that definitely ties up to finish what it was saying, because the karmic's starting to realize now at this point that it was all an illusion. Maybe this maybe this karmic was trying to pretend to be like the Divine Feminine, or maybe they were just stalking them so bad and like making up lies about them to Divine Masculine. But whatever situation this was, Divine Masculine starting to be like super turned off by the karmic, because they see everything that they're doing. And at the very bottom, I'm still in love with my ex. So that's from Divine Masculine. Whether that means he's still in love with you or he's still in love with the ex that's in between you guys. So I think that kind of concludes the reading. I'm going to wrap it up with that. I will pull one more message for you guys. And I really hope you guys enjoyed the reading. It was great to have everyone tune in. Don't forget to like and subscribe and give the video a share for me if it resonated. And this will be the final message. Aww. So if any of you have been thinking about going out and getting a new pet for Christmas or for the New Year, maybe you just got one for Christmas, but this is a sign from Spirit. It says, adopt that animal you've been wanting. That's beautiful. So that's a great message for someone out there. If you've been looking to get a new addition, new fur babe to your... I just ripped it. Spirit's like, you better get that animal and adopt. Don't shop. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Take care. Talk to you soon.